In an hour at 9, People's Century. First and new to UK TV history, it's all about military strategy as contestants take on history's great generals in virtual combat. Time Commanders, presented by Eddie Mair.
Britain, 60 AD. War is being waged. Thousands of British tribesmen, led by Boudica, Queen of the Iceni, attempt to end the Roman occupation once and for all. Although the Romans are outnumbered, they are battle-hardened and skilled in modern warfare. Britain's future hangs in the balance. Occupying the command centre is a team of 4. 2 generals...
Get the cavalry into that group there.
And 2 lieutenants.
That was a trick to make us go in and lose all our troops.
Here they will refight this landmark battle, using state-of-the-art technology against the greatest generals of the ancient world. This is Time Commanders. Joining Eddie Mair inside the command centre are a team of National Trust colleagues from Lyme Park in Cheshire.
Let me first of all introduce you to 2 people who know all about what you're going to do today. There are historians up there in the gantry. Have a look. That's Eric and Mike.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
And they're going to be watching everything you do.
Dr. Eric Nussbacher, Senior Lecturer in War Studies, Royal Military Academy, Sandhurst. Mike Lodes, Combat and Weapons Historian.
Now, the first thing you need to do is grab hold of those clipboards and take notes, because this is critical. Before the battle starts, you're going to get some time to gather information about all aspects of where the battle will take place, your own forces, the enemy forces, a bit of the history to it. Important clues will be coming up in the next few minutes, all right? Okay. The battle you're going to fight involves the Romans against the Iceni tribe. You're going to be in charge of the Romans taking on Boudica, often known as Boadicea, or Boo, to her closest friends. It's the Battle of Watling Street. It's nasty. Take a look at this.
The year is 60 AD. The place is Watling Street, in the Midlands of England. On one side, the forces of the Roman Empire under the governor of Britain, Suetonius Paulinus. Opposing him, Boudica, Queen of the Iceni, commanding a huge coalition of tribesmen. The Roman legion, equipped with expert soldiers, well-trained and heavily armed, was the most advanced and lethal fighting machine in the world, with years of battle experience. In 43 AD, the Romans had arrived in Britain, carving their way through native Celtic tribes. But 17 years of occupation had taken their toll, and the foothold the Romans had gained could yet be lost. The Iceni, from modern-day East Anglia, had initially sought alliance with the Roman invaders to protect themselves from hostile neighbours. But when their king, Prasutagus, died, Rome seized Iceni land and disarmed the tribe by force. His widow was Queen Boudica, now leader of the Iceni. When Boudica protested at her people's treatment, the Romans had her flogged and her daughters raped. Seeking personal and political revenge, Boudica raised a coalition of more than 60,000 Iceni and allied warriors, determined to drive out the occupying force. Boudica struck first at symbols of the Roman occupation, burning the cities of Colchester, London, and St. Albans. In battle, the Iceni tried to terrify the Romans with a single massive charge. In addition, the fast and nimble Celtic chariot was used for skirmishing and harassing the legions. But their tendency to fight as individuals rather than as a group put the Celts at a major disadvantage when faced with the disciplined Roman lines. The Empire ordered the governor of Britain, Suetonius Paulinus, to crush the Iceni rebellion. Already busy campaigning in Anglesey, now he raced to meet Boudica in central England. Suetonius and 10,000 soldiers assembled to the side of Watling Street, the Roman road which stretches from London to North Wales. Boudica arrives with more than 60,000 warriors. Stirred up with hatred of the Romans, the Iceni would rather die than lose the battle. If Boudica prevails, she could destroy more than half the British Roman army, avenge her honor, and come one step closer to ending Roman occupation. If Suetonius wins, he will crush all opposition and secure the western frontier of the Roman Empire. If he loses, he faces torture and certain death. The stakes are high, battle is imminent.
You've seen some of the history, the build-up to this big grudge fight that's going to happen, for which you're vastly outnumbered. Let's have a look at where we think the battle took place. Okay, now there's the battlefield for the Battle of Watling Street.
The team now have 15 minutes to gather as much information as they can about both armies and come up with a strategy to defeat Boudica.
Do you know Watling Street?
No.
It's all office blocks now, but back then, this was the terrain. Tell me what you can see. What do you learn from looking at this?
I gather it's at the main Roman road, then? Is that Watling Street itself running through the centre? Must be, then. Must be Watling Street.
The immediate area around the road is wide and flat, with a ridged valley to one side.
But that looks like the valley running around here. This is the lowest point, isn't it?
The head of the valley offers a commanding view across the terrain, which is enclosed by light forest on three sides. The high ground offers a distinct battle advantage.
So you've got several different ways where the armies could come in, but only maybe one or two main areas where they could actually fight.
Now, what do you think of the deforestation here, being the gardener?
I think if they want to have one large battle, they will want to see where we're coming in, and then they will get their troops hit hard, but they will hold something back.
I don't think that's sophisticated.
Do you think so?
No.
It's easy to think of the Britons as being mere barbarians, as people with paint on their faces and no idea of discipline. These were quite sophisticated cultures, very used to war.
Absolutely.
But we're in heavy armour, which means we need to fight mainly more on the flats.
Gary's first suggestion is to abandon the advantage of the high ground. It's a daring move, and Joe is not convinced.
If they're all just manic and they're just going to do their own thing and they're all individual fighters, they could all be coming from all different directions out the trees. They'd just be everywhere.
They couldn't hide in here.
They're just going to go for manpower. We need sophistication strategy.
Coming all around us, do we?
Sophistication of strategy. That's what we're going to need from you guys. And really, before you can do anything else, you're going to have to find out where your troops are.
You can see that valley. It's like a cup, a wooded cup. And at the bottom of the cup, on the high ground, the Romans can be protected from the superior numbers of the Iceni.
The numbers are against them, but the Roman army have the advantage of the high ground. Will their generals use it well?
Yeah, so we're actually on the other side, the skinnier side.
This is
The team, in control of the Roman army, can now take a 360-degree tour of the battlefield.
Now, why not use the information you've got on the screen to plot where your troops are on the map?
But Joe's grasp of geography seems a little shaky. It's not a great start.
Sorry, Joe, where do you think you are?
We're on this side.
Okay, Joe thinks you're on the other side of the road.
Yeah,
This is a bad start.
Are those the ones that can do the tilters?
Yes.
The lieutenants have spotted a key Roman skill. But will that information get back to their generals?
What are you getting from your lieutenants now? What are they telling you?
Nothing
at all.
Nothing at present, I think, but they're getting the detailing. So if we can get
I think
this
once we've
down.
got our bit plotted, we can then